Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason, and you're watching Micro Investor. So we're going to be talking about a stock that I've actually never talked about before on this channel, but it is one that is gaining quite a bit of popularity, and that is a company called Cleanspark, and their ticker symbol is CLSK. Now, what Cleanspark does is they deal with something called microgrids, and if you don't know what microgrids are, we'll be talking about that in this video, but it is an energy play, one, and it is also a crypto play. That's something new that they're getting into, and we're going to be talking about that as well in this video. But we're going to do a little overview of their stock and talk a little bit about the backgrounds of this company. But anyways, I think this is a very interesting one. So as we get started and get into it, if you guys don't mind, please just be sure to do me a huge favor and be sure to smash, destroy, and annihilate that like button as always, because as you know, that helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm and it helps spread my videos to more people that might find them interesting. Also subscribe if you have not already. And if you guys want to become a Patreon, I do have one. Link is in the description. Thank you to all the Patreons, and there's also a private Discord attached to that, which no one is talking, and I don't have enough Patreons, so I'd really like to interact with you guys. Anyways, let's get to it. So let's take a look at Cleanspark stock over the last 6 months. And sorry if this is new to you guys. I'm just switching up the way that I'm showing these graphs here on my videos. But back in November 2020, Cleanspark stock was trading for around $8 a share. And then in December 2020 is when the stock really started to pop off, especially going into 2021. So by January 2021, this stock was upwards as high as above $40 a share. And as you can see, it's been a very rocky 2021 for the stock so far. The volatility has been pretty extreme, from going up highs of above $40 a share to going down to below $20 a share. So it's just been fluctuating all over the place. Now, the performance of the last 52 weeks, the stock has been trading between about $1 and $42.60. So it's kind of a pretty broad difference there in the prices over the last 52 weeks. And as far as the market cap, their market cap is $574 million. So this is a company worth a little bit over $500 million. Now, as far as what the company does, they provide advanced energy software and control technology that allows energy users to obtain resilience and economic optimization. Their software is unique, capable of enabling a microgrid to be scaled to user-specific needs, and can be widely implemented across residential, commercial, industrial, military, architectural, and municipal deployments. Now, as far as what is a microgrid, it's a localized group of electricity sources and storage batteries that normally operate connected to the traditional grid. A microgrid can also disconnect to island away from the traditional grid as economic or physical conditions dictate. Now, and just an example here of it connected to a grid, going to the building, and then the other sources of power that are coming in. But another part of Cleanspark's business that has a lot of people interested in right now has to do with their Bitcoin mining and data centers, which is one of the reasons why we've been seeing the increases in the stock price and the fluctuations within the stock. Has a lot to do with the Bitcoin mining part of the business, which is one of the more popular parts of the business right now. So Cleanspark owns and operates a data center that provides customers with traditional on-site and cloud-based data center services. The company also owns and operates a fleet of Bitcoin miners producing over 200 quadrillion hashes per second in mining capacity. Now, this is from the presentation on January 9th, 2021, and at that time, Bitcoin was $36,000. So we know it's gone up more than $20,000 since then, so the revenues are going to be a lot higher than what they're showing here, but they're mining an average of 1.4 Bitcoin per day, about an average of 43 Bitcoin per month. Now, they are going to be increasing the amount of Bitcoin that they are mining by a lot. They have big plans to actually just start increasing the amount of power that they're going to be putting into mining just between these next few months here. And an interesting thing about them too is that they are rapidly growing their annual revenue. Cleanspark has more than doubled its annual revenue for the past 3 years and expects to achieve $100 million in annual revenue in under 5 years. Profitability is expected to be achieved in 2021. Now, something that just recently happened with Cleanspark is that they did dilute shares a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it really affected the stock price too much. We did see that it did have an effect, but during the time that this was announced, it already has seemed like it has recovered from that. But they announced pricing of $200 million an underwritten public offering, and this is the offering is expected to close on or about March 18th, 2021. So this has just recently closed, more than likely. And they're expecting the proceeds from the offering to go for working capital and general corporate purposes, including infrastructure expansion, the acquisition of additional cryptocurrency miners, and further development of its MyVault product lines, as well as acquisitions of strategic investments in complementary businesses, products, services, or technologies. Now, other than just having a presence within the cryptocurrency side, Cleanspark is also entered into the electric vehicle charging station market through a new innovative focus on providing open ADR software solutions to aid in load management for EV charging stations and balancing the impact the increased power demand has on the traditional grid. Now, the electric vehicle side of the business that they're getting to sounds really cool, but there's many different aspects to Cleanspark, and the biggest one that has so much potential right now has to do with that Bitcoin mining. And one of the largest expenses for Bitcoin mining, other than the cost of the equipment that is used, the mining equipment itself, is the energy consumption that is being put in to be able to run these machines. And that's an area that costs a lot of money. Now, since Cleanspark can basically produce their own power off grid with their microgrid systems that they have, that could possibly give them a big upper hand advantage on the price that it's costing them to mine Bitcoin. So there could be a lot of potential into that. Now, something to keep in mind, though, about Cleanspark is that a lot of the revenues have to actually do with the price of Bitcoin now, because so much of the business is now tied through that with the revenues. And Bitcoin itself is pretty volatile, as we know, and those fluctuations in the price could have an impact on the revenues of Cleanspark. And we can already see that within Cleanspark's stock price. We can see the volatility that their stock price has. Their stock price is a lot more volatility than Bitcoin does, of course, because we've seen Cleanspark's stock price go from $40 to $20 in just a short amount of time. So definitely something to keep in mind with this company, that there is a lot of risk there. But if this is something that you think that this has a lot of potential to, definitely worth looking more into. They do have a lot of expansions coming up with the Bitcoin mining, so that's great. But they also have their other parts of their business. Now, Cleanspark has been increasing their revenues, and they do have a lot of potential to continue increasing their revenues. So, in my opinion, this could possibly be a very good speculative stock to be buying. But I like to hear what everybody else's thoughts are. This is a video that I want to make just to give my own take on. I know a lot of people have been asking about it, have been talking about it. So I just wanted to be sure that I covered it. But it does sound like a very interesting stock. Now, anyways, this video isn't meant to be any sort of financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. And for you guys to do your own due diligence and looking into these companies that I bring up as topics. But anyways, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Cleanspark, so please like, share, comment, and subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.